Roman Reigns just broke his silence after an unfortunate update. This comes after he suffered a major loss. Roman Reigns is one of the most dominant superstars in recent history, having been a world champion for over 1,000 days. However, after losing his title at WrestleMania 40, the Tribal Chief has not been seen on WWE television. Meanwhile, Solo Sikoa has taken control of the bloodline. Reigns recently suffered a major loss. His father, Sika, who was one half of the Wild Samoans, passed away. The WWE Hall of Famer had a profound impact on Reigns' life and career. He even made a few appearances on television to acknowledge the Tribal Chief. After the news of Sika's passing broke, Roman Reigns took to social media to let everyone know how much his father impacted his family and his life. "My family and I thank everyone for the outpouring of support in the name of my father, Poliveo Lidi Sika Anoa'i, who will forever be remembered as one half of the Wild Samoans tag team. My father had a profound impact on my entire family, and we are forever grateful for the foundation he built for us. There's no way to fill the void left by his passing, but my sisters and I will do our best to represent him and his legacy. Rest in power, Dad. We love you." It is sad to hear about Sika's passing, and we extend our heartfelt condolences to the Anoa'i family in these difficult times. Roman Reigns sat in his private locker room, the dim light casting long shadows across his face. The room was eerily quiet, a stark contrast to the roar of the crowd that had filled the arena just moments ago. He leaned back in his chair, the weight of the world seemingly pressing down on his broad shoulders. The news had hit him hard, harder than any opponent ever had in the ring. Just a few days ago, he had received an update that shook him to his core. It was an unfortunate turn of events, one that he had hoped would never come. His cousin, Jimmy USO, had been injured in a match. The injury was severe, and the prognosis was uncertain. Roman had seen injuries before, it was part of the business. But this was different. This was family. He ran a hand through his thick, black hair, his mind racing. The doctors had said that Jimmy would need surgery, followed by months of rehabilitation. There was no guarantee that he would ever be able to return to the ring. Roman's thoughts drifted to the countless times they had stood side by side, battling opponents, sharing victories, and suffering defeats. The bond they shared was unbreakable, forged in blood and sweat. He picked up his phone, scrolling through the messages of support from fans, friends, and fellow wrestlers. They all expressed their concern and well wishes for Jimmy, but there was one message that stood out. It was from his old rival, Seth Rollins. Despite their tumultuous history, Seth had reached out with genuine concern. "Hey Roman, I heard about Jimmy. Just wanted to let you know I'm here if you need anything. We've been through a lot together, and I know how much family means to you. Stay strong, brother." Roman stared at the message for a moment, then set his phone down. It was a reminder that, despite the rivalries and the drama, there was a camaraderie among wrestlers that transcended the storylines. They were a family, bound together by their love for the sport and the sacrifices they made. A knock on the door pulled Roman from his thoughts. Paul Heyman, his trusted advisor, entered the room. His usually confident demeanor was replaced with a look of genuine concern. "Roman, I just spoke with the medical team. They're doing everything they can for Jimmy. I know this is tough, but we need to address the fans. They're worried, and they need to hear from you." Roman nodded, taking a deep breath. He knew Paul was right. The fans deserved to know what was happening. They had supported him through thick and thin, and it was time to return that support. He stood up, straightening his posture. As he walked towards the door, he felt a surge of determination. This was not the first time he had faced adversity, and it would not be the last. He was the tribal chief, the head of the table, and it was his responsibility to lead, even in the darkest of times. The arena was still buzzing with energy as Roman stepped out. The crowd's cheers and chants filled the air, a testament to their unwavering support. He made his way to the ring, the spotlight following him. As he climbed into the ring, the noise reached a crescendo. He raised a hand, signaling for silence. The crowd gradually quieted, their eyes fixed on him. He took a moment, gathering his thoughts, before speaking. "I want to thank each and every one of you for your support. Not just for me, but for my family. As many of you know, my cousin, Jimmy USO, has suffered a serious injury. It's a tough time for all of us, but I want you to know that we're doing everything we can to help him recover." He paused, the emotion evident in his voice. Jimmy is a fighter. He's one of the toughest people I know, and I have no doubt that he will come back stronger than ever. But right now, he needs our prayers and our support. We are a family, and we will get through this together. The crowd erupted in applause, their support palpable. Roman felt a sense of relief wash over him. This was why he loved what he did. It was not just about the fame or the glory, it was about the connection with the fans, the sense of community. As he left the ring, he was approached by his other cousin, Jay USO. Jay had been by Jimmy's side since the injury, and the strain was visible on his face. Roman put a reassuring hand on his shoulder. "We're going to get through this, Jay. We're strong, and we have the support of the fans. Jimmy is a warrior, and he'll fight through this." Jay nodded, his eyes filled with determination. "We've got this, Yus. We'll stand together, just like we always have." The days that followed were a blur of hospital visits, meetings with doctors, and long nights filled with worry. But through it all, Roman remained a pillar of strength. He continued to compete, to lead his team, and to be a source of support for his family. The wrestling community rallied around them, showing an outpouring of support. It was a reminder that, despite the rivalries and the storylines, they were a family. They stood together in times of need, and they fought together. Months passed, and Jimmy's recovery was slow but steady. Roman never missed a visit, always there to encourage him, to remind him of his strength. The day Jimmy took his first steps after the surgery was a moment of triumph, a testament to his resilience. The night Jimmy made his return to the ring was one of the most emotional moments in WWE history. The crowd's cheers were deafening as he stood in the ring, his brothers by his side. Roman watched with pride, knowing that they had overcome yet another challenge. As the three of them stood together, the crowd chanting their names, Roman felt a sense of fulfillment. They were more than just wrestlers, they were a family. And together, they were unstoppable. In the end, it was not just about the wins and losses, the titles, or the fame. It was about the bond they shared, the love and support of their fans, and the strength they found in each other. Roman Reigns had faced many challenges in his career, but this one had reminded him of what truly mattered. As he raised Jimmy's hand in the air, the crowd's cheers echoing around them, he knew that they would continue to fight, to stand together, and to overcome any obstacle. They were the bloodline, and nothing could break them.